What's up guys, I'm Shernfire. I've been a professional player since season 5 and I've been to MSI and Worlds multiple times.
The new champions here in Oceania as Direwolves will represent the OPL at MSI 2017.
While also climbing to top 10 career multiple times and hitting rank 1 NOs multiple times. My goal is to help people reach their rank goals and ultimately breed an army of high elo junglers. What's up guys, we're back with another video. We're going to be discussing where to path level 1 as a jungler. Now, this is a question I've struggled with a lot as a player from when I was in low elo to high elo to even as a pro player. To get it consistently right is very difficult. So here I'm going to be giving you guys the tools, what you need to know to understand where you should path every single game, regardless of the variations of matchups, jungle matchups, etc. So the first thing to consider is going to be your easiest kill. Now, the reason why this is an important question to answer when deciding your level 1 path is because of the fact that you have the problem as a jungler, the dilemma. You need to farm, but you want to gank because ganking is valuable too. So while you need to farm, you also don't need to do really hard ganks. You should be looking for the easiest gank or counter jungle invade possible where you spend the least amount of time ganking so it's really efficient. That's why that is going to be the first thing you ask yourself. So the second thing to consider is matchups and trading patterns. Now, as League is evolving and players are evolving too, it is really important nowadays to have the skill of understanding matchups. The more detailed you can understand matchups, the better you're going to have in general of coming at the right time at the right place and doing a perfect gank or invade. The other aspect of understanding that, which is, like I said, the more detailed part, is identifying trading patterns. Understanding how champions interact with each other when they hit each other is really important to understanding when the kill is going to be right for the taking. So the last thing to consider is investing in a lane move. Now, this only applies in games where you believe level 1 you can just see the champion portraits, or you feel the game is not going to be volatile at all the matchups, no one's trading, everyone's handshaking, and you don't have an angle to counter jungle. Or you're just playing with 3 scaling lanes and you can't make a proactive play as a jungler on your first clear. This is where you're going to invest on your second clear from your first clear. So investing in a lane move that's going to help set you up in the future on your second sequence. So in this first example, I have a clear plan of pathing top level 1 because I have a Camille. I'm versing an Ignite top laner. It's going to be much more volatile and much easier for me to kill top lane than it is to gank bot or play 3v3 with the Lulu Jinx versing a Rel Ezreal, which they have mobility and Lulu has 0 setup, so the likelihood of us killing bot is way lower. Also, to note, I'm versing a Rek'Sai this game, and that's really important to note because Rek'Sai also recognizes this top matchup's going to be volatile. So what I can do here is accept reality that I'm blue side and he's red side, so his 3 camp top is going to be better than mine. And another thing to consider is if I start blue and 3 camp top, we're just going to lose 2v2. They have Ignite, Rek'Sai stronger than nearly level 3 in an all-in. So I actually decide to trade early. As you can see, I do my 3 camp. I was initially going to path top, but I know this Rek'Sai is going to gank top. I can't do anything about it, so I'm going to start the trade early. And I hope that Camille just plays the 1v2 as well as possible because I'm not making it. So a lot of people might cope here and just hope to just come top. But I just know I'm not going to make it fast enough. And I actually luckily get a kill. But in this scenario, I would just be killing my jungle and killing his jungle rather. And then basing and killing my jungle or catching him on my jungle with Camille TP. That was going to be the plan, but I got a free kill bot. So I'm going to base and do a very similar thing, although I only stole 1 buff. If we speed it up here, I get boots just to make sure I can chase this guy down. And we're able, again, to abuse the fact that we have Camille TP. Even though she dies, she came back. And the big thing to note, if we go back, is that when she died, the wave was in a bad spot if she were to be ganked again, but because she did such a good job in the 1v2, Pantheon had to base, so the wave was in a bad spot for a gank, but a good spot if she wants to move, right? As you can see, she died on a freeze, so Camille, all she has to do, since she's not scared of a gank, is shove the wave in, and then now she can instantly move, and now Pantheon loses CS, and Rek'Sai can no longer go into my jungle, which he makes the mistake of doing, because we have the TP advantage, and they ganked in such a bad wave state where if they don't re-gank again, or they cannot re-gank, Camille will automatically have a massive turn. You can see there's a massive wave on the tower now, and she has free time to do whatever she wants. So this was a perfect solution to the problem of which I can't contest the 2v2 top, and as you can see, we get a big reward. We get a free kill, and I'm able to win the sequence in the end, even though it was unwinnable 2v2. So in this example, I'm pathing top level 1. You can see the matchups here. We've got Jinx Milio versus Aphelios Alistar. I'm playing Zara. We've got Yasuo Tristana and Malphite Riven. So a big thing to consider is mid matchup is probably volatile, right? Tristana gets to hit Yasuo every time he walks up to eat CS. But the thing to consider is I'm playing Zara. So for me to basically want to 3 camp is just really, really bad for my game. So essentially, when I'm playing these full clear junglers, I'm only playing for the side unless there's a really free kill. I just want a full clear. So you can see I path top, and the big thing to consider here is a lot of people might think, okay, I'm playing with a tank, so I'm going to path down, right? But in this scenario, the Riven has Ignite, and I have Emilio. What is Emilio Zara going to do to an Alistar Aphelios? When are we ever going to kill this guy with Emilio? When her ability literally pushes people backwards, right? So it's so much more valuable to actually even chunk the guy that has Ignite because he doesn't have teleport, and play around the tank because there's just way more kill pressure. This is where that concept applies. So I'm pathing up. I'm doing the pretty poor Zara clear, if I'm being honest, but hey, it is what it is. And you can end up seeing I'm going to abuse my clear speed here. And even though I've said in other videos that you shouldn't be ganking lanes that aren't volatile or a waste of time because you should be doing something else, there's literally nothing for me to do because of Zara's really fast clear here. There's nothing for me to do. That I can't really go into enemy jungle if both top and mid are pushing, so I have to force the prio. So I go for the gank. I don't really care if I kill him or not, but a kill is nice, and I ended up killing him, which was really, really good for the game, and I'm able to get prio in essentially 2 solo lanes that are getting pushed in. So in this last example, I'm playing Zara. I have Bromcog versus Nort Zeri, and then we have Renekton Gragas, Varus versus Syndra. And as I said in the last clip, playing a full clear jungler, probably don't want to be around mid. I'm either pathing top or I'm pathing bot. And the main thing to consider when it comes to pathing top or bot here is both lanes have decent setup. Actually, top has much better setup. But this is where understanding matchup are really important. I know that top matchups, they're going to be heavy trading, but they both have so much sustain that it doesn't matter. It's like trying to gank a Cassante when you see he's 20%, he has D shield second win, and then 20 seconds later when you get to the lane, he's 70%. That's the same thing with Gragas. So I know that they're going to be heavy trading, but it's not going to be volatile. So even though I have setup, they're heavy trading, I don't value going top on that timer because I know that even if I do make a good play, 1, he has teleport, and 2, big thing is the regank is probably going to be hard. Investing in that lane is not probably going to be worth my time because Gragas is going to be able to defend any regank or future gank along those lines pretty easily because that's pretty much what he does, right? It's his strength. That's importance of understanding matchup, guys. And so I decided to path bot. And the big thing is I don't have setup in this lane, right? I have Braum and I have Zyra. We do not synergize whatsoever. And so the big thing to consider is that even though Braum doesn't have any setup in the 3v3, if I can get him first move, invest in his lane, the next sequence, he's gonna be able to roam mid or roam top or just win bot lane because they get first base. So this is the way you gotta play when you think nothing's gonna happen on the map, which is the way I thought about this first sequence or first clear. And you can see this is just a Zyra thing. I end up clearing really fast and I'm able to enter the jungle level 4 to 3. And this guy's only done 4 or 5 camps. And I'm able to just win because I got bot lane first push by physically being there. Obviously, I think they were doing well in lane 2 to get push. But even if they didn't get push, like I said, I would force the push. Otherwise, the bot lane gets ganked. And we're able to secure a kill and we clean up and we win the sequence. So now you guys understand better where to path level 1. Please comment down below any topics or questions you want me to cover for future videos. The main reason this video even came about was from a previous comment, so it is really helpful. And on that note, there's going to be a public Discord coming out for Sanspareil where you guys can learn more. And not only that, you should be checking out my second review channel where I show reviews from Sanspareil and you guys can learn off that long form content as well. Enjoy, guys.
Subscribe me.